Welcome to the Greatest Love podcast. We are today joined with Ingvar, and we are going to be talking about affirmations. In the last episode, we've kind of brought this beautifully in, and today we are diving into what they are, how to do them effectively, what not to do, and some really good examples of affirmations afterwards. So, just let's dive straight in, Ingvar. What are affirmations for somebody who's just never done that? What are they?
Okay, so welcome again. So affirmations are exactly a positive sentences which are can be used by us to reach our goals or changing ourselves. So I think that it's smart to use the affirmations because mostly people have a problem to change themselves and yes, and to get something in their lives, yes, to get, for example, a beautiful house or earn more money or change their thinking sometimes or changing their self-confidence. So that's why we are using affirmations.
So you are telling me that it's completely possible to use words to create essentially a different version of our lives, to change the way things are for us, the way we think about things, what we have accessible to us.
Yes.
You tell me it's completely possible to do it with words. To some people, this is like, wow, really?
Yes, but I think we have to see on this little bit wider. Maybe not only everyone is telling that our words are energy. So we using the energy to change our life, but we pack this energy in the words. So if we are aware that we are working all the time with the energy when we leave, so our life is also the energy. We are disturbing, no, we are putting the energy in our fields. We are changing this our fields. We are a kind of emitters and transmitters and transmuters also. So we are kind of a radio, which we can receive the energy from outside, and we can change our vibration to on the scale, for example, to get the right energy to our lives. So if we think like that, so maybe it will be easier to change our life, change ourselves, and then our life it is afterwards it is proof of this what we have inside. So we are bringing to our life this what we want because we coming on the to our life purely without anything. Yes, that's so we have to be aware that we have a great instrument like is our body, like is our mind, our thoughts, which we can use to create our life.
I
So,
really like that. I really like that. And just to interject very briefly, in the previous episode, we've set a little task to say just very briefly, I love myself to yourself in the mirror or whatever. It's just a small little thing, that small little change that could lead to big things. And do you know what, Ingvar? I have actually done it myself last week.
yes.
And one of the biggest struggles I've had for a really long time is actually finding the right diet to fit me, kind of like get the motivation. And since I've done it, like this is literally just a case of a few days. It's not even, a long period of time. I've
Mhm.
had this idea all of a sudden, okay, I've got to go on a keto diet. And it's like, it's all going to be good. It's like, I'm just getting on it. So I've started it and I feel really good. It's still early days, but I feel really good. But I deeply believe that change was a direct result of that little thing that we spoke about. So I'm just really excited about the possibilities of affirmations because, if that small change can just trigger that energy change and start good things, affirmations can do so much more.
Yes, that's right. So, and maybe I will tell a little more. about the energy and way of thinking about your life. Because maybe people don't think like that their life is investing. They are investing their energy in many things. So it is depend, of course, where our attention goes. So if our attention goes on the good things, for example, mostly outside, you see, mostly outside, we do like that. So then the energy is flowing directly to the subject which are we observe. It is happening without, even if we don't know, because it's happening on the deep levels. We couldn't see this. We only see the proof of this. So we have to be aware of this. What we put the attention. And also I will have to say about how I think because when we used to say focus on, yes, we or mother will tell to the child, be on the focus on, yes. So mostly the energy is working like that when we want to be a focus on something, we are concentrating the energy. And when the energy is concentrate on the subject, so obviously we are doing a pressing on this subject. Yes, we
Yes.
put attention on tension. So it is attention.
Yes.
And in our life, we mostly do if we want something. So we are pressing another person mostly to get something from
I get it. Attention, a tension, right?
yes,
Like, yes,
attention,
it's
tension,
a
yes,
tension. Yeah.
yes. So we do like that, a pressing. And when we are children, so we used to get this kind of solution to get the as a way of getting this what we want, and this is our settings. So we have to know that in this what I will be learn in this our vlog. So it is also that we have to change
Programming.
our yes.
It's
So
programming, right? It's like,
we
yeah.
have to instead of focusing, we have to hang attention on the subject. So it will
Okay.
be more lighter. It will not be so heavy. It will be not so much tension on.
Because that's it. Because when we think of, if there is something you really, really want, right?
Yes.
You push, in
Yes.
your head
You
with your
forcing.
head thoughts you are forcing, right? But you are
Yeah.
saying that this you have to take a step back, right? You have to kind of tune into that energy without forcing it at the
Yes.
same time.
Why I'm telling this before we go to the next step?
Mm.
Because to not do any hurt to yourself. Because if we want too much something and we are forcing and we will sending the energy, investing, we will be investing the energy.
Yes.
So, but I will tell how we will do in a proper way. Because
Yes.
many, you can find in many books, advice by many
Psychologists, yeah.
psychologists, yes. So, for example, this is they saying because we are telling about how to love yourself, yes, how to be more happy in your life. So they saying stand on the front of the mirror and say to you in this what is appear in the mirror your form. You will
Your
say
reflection.
yeah, you will say I love you. Yes, I love you. But they don't know that this energy is going to this mirror and going through this mirror.
Yeah. So you're sending it out instead of truly to
Yes,
yourself, right? Yeah.
but this is a question. Where are you?
Yeah. Well, you are
You
here,
are
right?
here. You
Yes.
are here. So the next step is think where you should send your energy to begin your changing.
Yes.
I mean that you should send directly to yourself here, because here is the tank for this energy. When you are
So
investing in yourself, so you are investing your energy here, and this energy don't need to go, flow around and changing everything around, but it's working at once inside. So it's changing your pattern and it works immediately. Of course, the result you will get after a while. It can be after a minute and it can be after hours or days or months. It's depend, of course, of the person because we are different. So we want to work with affirmations. So in my opinion, we should invest this affirmation in ourselves. We
So
should
I have a
send,
question.
yes,
So is affirmation the same as manifestation?
manifestation. It's a product of the affirmation.
Okay. Because there is a lot of,
Can be, can
all the kind of trendy bloggers, they talk about, you can manifest anything in your life, right? But I guess that you are right. It's the product of an
yes,
affirmation is
that's right. Almost, I think, almost everything. But
yes.
we can change our life with manifestation. But I think we will talk about this later because we have to go step by the step. I think it is smarter because, of course, we can talk more about the manifestation, but
It's kind of
I
you
think
have to get there step by step. It's not you
yes,
can't
I
jump
think
the
because
hoops.
we will get the knowledge, we
Yes.
will get the know-how how to do it properly, I think. So, of course, I will say in my opinion, because it's many opinions on this word. So this
Okay.
is my point of view, my way of doing this, and my understanding. Of course, someone can have another understanding, and
Of
we
course.
can, share this understanding. So maybe,
Yes. There are different ways to get to the same place, right?
yes,
It's
yes,
like
yes,
it's
that's right. That's right.
yeah.
But it's many different people on this world, and
Yeah.
they need many receipt on their recipe. Excuse me, recipe on
Different
their
recipes on the
yes,
success.
on their life. So
Yes.
maybe some of this what I'm telling it will be for them.
That's it. Yeah.
I
So
hope that.
this is your unique recipe. So
Yes.
okay, so how do we start? Let's just practically jump in.
Yes. So of course, but before I will go further, I think I will explain also the another thing what I think we should be explained. So, for example, we want something because if we want something, we are aware that we haven't in our life. This is what we have,
We
what
are
we
aware of
want.
the lack rather
Yes.
than yes, and we
Yes.
focus on that as well. So and that's the first mistake, I assume.
Yes. So, for example, we can imagine that we are a container. We are a container for many, many things. But it is also another container which have this what we want. For example, if you want to be rich and you feel pure, and when you will use affirmation that you want to be rich. So you are thinking all the time that you are pure.
You are poor.
So
Poor, sorry. Yeah. Pour. It's a tricky
Yes,
word.
yes. Okay, okay, okay.
Pour.
I'm sorry, but
Pour
my English
versus
isn't
rich.
perfect.
No.
I'm still
Your English
learning,
is
so
amazing, Ingvar. So it's okay. It's
yes.
absolutely
But
fine.
thank you for that, for your advising. So I think it will be better and better.
Because I was thinking pure as in like clean. I was like, no, pour. We are thinking of pour.
Yes,
That's
yes,
it. That's it.
yes. That's right.
Yes. No,
So
that's really good.
we are poor, and so when we have these two containers, so we have to do it like that because we have also, for example, if we imagine that there is a lake and there is a water gate on this lake, and we will open this water gate, so the water will flow, yes,
Hmm.
flow away from this gate, from this
Well,
lake.
outside. Yeah.
Yes. So, for example, we are a tank and we have another tank with this, what we want to have.
Yes.
So we have to do that this water will flow, and I mean water, energy, it's energy will flow to us to filled up with this energy to be equal with this level.
Yes.
So, in a simply way, you have to become the same as this. You have to contain the same thing, what you want to get it. Yes?
Yes. Yes. And actually, this is really interesting, although it's easier said than it's done. But I guess a great example that many of our viewers will be able to kind of level with is when you drive somewhere and you are going to a busy place, and usually there is an issue with parking, right?
Mhm.
But it's the easiest thing in the world to manifest because actually you can just or affirm, I guess
Yeah.
you can just say there is a parking space for me there, right? So
Yes.
you are not thinking I don't have a parking space, but you are automatically thinking I
Yes.
have a parking space and it's there, right? And how many
Yeah.
times has it happened to you that you are going in somewhere, it's super busy, but there is that one parking space just for you, right? But here is the catch, right? The parking space is easy to manifest because you it's kind of doesn't go against your brain logic, right? Because you're like,
That's
well, of
right.
course I can have it, right? So it's there, so I have it,
Yes.
therefore I have it. But it's much harder to kind of I almost trick your brain to thinking, well, I'm a millionaire, right? Because then at the
Mm.
back of your head there is a doubt that creeps in that
Yeah.
actually you are not. And actually it's silly to even think that this is a possibility, right? So therefore it's like all of a sudden it's the same, but it's not because your brain negates everything that you say,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So these gates are beliefs.
Yes.
You didn't understand yet?
Belief systems. No, I
Yes,
do.
you
They
understand.
are,
Okay.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So we know that to our tank, we can have one gate and we have some smaller gates too. So we have to open all of them.
And it can take time, right? Because it's not, you can't just flick your fingers and change belief systems that, you have been accumulating ever since you were born, right?
Yes, that's why sometimes we can get things easier and little more difficult. Yes. So
Yes.
that's it can take the time. So that's why I'm telling that we have to be aware of those things. And smaller gates, of course, they are our beliefs. So we have to change this. We have to make more loose inside, make this more.
Fluid, I guess, right? Like
Yes,
so that
yes,
it's
yes.
not.
This more. I'm searching the right word. Friendly environment in our body, in our energy, in our aura
Mm.
to for this energy, because subconsciousness sometimes is
If you say it
defending.
in,
It's
yes.
defending our beliefs. So that's why we we have to switch many gates to get this energy inside.
Yes. That I guess that involves a lot of internal work, right? Like this is
Yes,
not so it's step by step. I guess you have to start becoming aware of the limitations you impose on yourself
yes.
first, right? So it's kind of like when you start thinking of something, then immediately hear what does your inner voice tell you? How do you actually feel about it? Like, are you skeptical? Are you feeling
Yes.
positive about it? Like, and that kind of you need to identify those little blocks one at a time, those gates, and keep
Mhm.
opening them
Yes,
one at a time, right?
yes.
Good.
So, and of course, when we know this, so we can be more successful to get what we want. Yes, that's right.
Of course.
So,
Absolutely.
yes. So we remember that we have to not work with high tension. We have to work with very soft energy to not make any hurt to yourself.
So what kind of harm can you make to yourself? Can we expand on
I
that? Because
mean,
you've mentioned that earlier.
when you are pressing,
Yes.
so it can, when you want too much. So I mean that your body can not be able to get it, or you can feel some.
It's almost as if like you are expending yourself so much, right? Like
Yes,
guess
yes,
energetically that it starts to affect your physical health, right? Because in some
yes, yes.
cases it
That's
can.
right. That's right. So sometimes when people are want too much,
Hmm.
they are getting a sick after,
Yes.
because they are when they are not able or using their energy too much, so then can get sick. I don't say that they have to get sick. I don't
No.
say that, but it is on explanation when they are work so hard and too hard.
That's it. It's like this should be easy, right? Just like finding your
Yes,
parking space. Like this is
yes,
easy. Like you don't have to really spend so much on this, like it's just
ye-
there for you, right? So
yes,
maybe the trick then to, especially for somebody who's completely new to this, right? So
hmm
maybe you've already done that thing of finding the parking space. Maybe the trick is to find the next slightly bigger thing, and then
hmm
bigger than that, and then bigger than that. So because it's so difficult to jump from a car parking space to being a millionaire, right? You kind of have to maybe gradually progress. Is that something you would say?
yes. It can be, but it can be very easy, and for some people can be very difficult.
Hmm.
But we will we'll make this easier. So that's why I'm explaining this. I think next I will tell about the next step. What is
Okay.
happen here when we put the affirmation? Of course, first we have to be open for this, what we want to have it. Yes. So we have to open our hearts, because there is the level what we don't understand, but this level, it's uh, answering for our wishes. Mostly we
Yes.
do like that we are praying outside to
Mm.
get something. But here is in my opinion, here is the gate for this praying. And people who are praying very, in the heart, I think they will get the things easier and faster. And they feel it. They have this sense of feeling here. So we have to think that here is a special field, very the field where when we can plant our as a seed our affirmation. This is what we want, and we put there this seed, and we watering when we are repeating our affirmation. We watering this seed, and this seed, after it started growing, and this growing is, we can sense it as a feeling inside. Sometimes the people, they think, yes, I have a feeling which is telling me that I have this already, what I want.
Yes.
So it is about this. When you have this feeling, it means that you have this already, But the time to appear in our life, it's different, but it's not so,
It's
it's not very long time.
and actually, I guess this is not just about things, but also situations, right?
Yes,
Where, for example, you know something happens in the family, and you might be worried about the outcome. Sometimes you just know the outcome is going to be good, and it's that feeling of I know it's going to be okay.
yes.
It's absolutely fine. It's done. It's okay. Even though there are so many unknowns in the process, right? It could be that you are waiting on court outcome. It could be as serious as that, or it could be something that relates to a different company, different people, but deep down you know the answer already, and that's what you are
Mhm.
talking about.
Yes,
It's like
that's
you already have
yes.
gotten the answer, that it's done. You don't have to worry about it, right?
You can also call this intuition because that's the intuition.
That's true. Yes. So then intuition, I guess, is connected to that part of you that also is the gate opener, right?
This intuition, I think, is connected to everything in our life.
Mm.
But this gate, when we have more open, we can hear more easily. So, and when we are on this level here, on this field, and when we are our attention to sense it, this feeling, so we are, you can feel it just like that, like you
Mm.
did just right now.
That's it.
Is that right?
It
What?
is right. Yes, that's
Yes,
it. That's it. It's kind of yeah. You just you can tune into that, right? There is
yes,
that. Yes.
yes.
Yes, that's it.
So you can feel, because now, why I can explain what you are feeling now. Because when I go there, I'm connected with this field, and this field is connected to everyone
Yes.
and everything. So I can go there and I can go through this
And you can just check,
tunnel.
is Isabella there?
Yes. So the same when you put your affirmation, you're willing, yes, here, this is what you want. I will this and I will this. I want this and I want this. So you put there.
But it's
But
actually a really nice warm feeling. Like once you
yes,
get there, it's like it's actually a really, really soft energy that is
yes,
just it's kind of like it's just so natural. So you feel at home. Like this is so much more natural than being here, I think.
yes. And you feel more very
Mm.
comfortable. You
Yes.
feel harmful when you are sitting here.
Yes.
You feel
Harmless. You mean
yes,
harmless? Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So you see, this is the level,
Mm.
the most important for us, in my opinion, of course. And from this level, we start everything. This here is this field of creation, which is
So it's
connected
mm,
to everything around us.
I like that.
Yes.
That's where
So
it all starts, really. So actually, now I understand because I was very eager at the beginning. I was like, okay, so what are the affirmations? How do we start? And you were like, each time you were like, no, no, hold on. This is
yes,
this bit, and I understand now why we kind of you know got there in thinking that you have to do it step by step. You can't jump straight in. You have to have the deeper understanding of how this works so you can attune yourself better and position yourself for success from the very start, right?
when we plant this seed and when we are watering here, so we are investing our energy in this project, what we have here, and we don't have to be worried in how this happening to us. We just won't have a ready result. So, and I think the easiest way, for example, for us with affirmation, we can, for example, I will give you the affirmation now. It's better to be than to have it.
Okay.
So if you affirm, you can have for a while, but when you affirm, I am love, I am love, so you begin a love then.
Yeah.
And this is much, much better.
So can you translate the same thing to physical things like love? I guess it's easy for me to comprehend in my head and say, okay, that kind of makes sense. I am love. But what about money or wanting to be in a certain place? Like, what if you really want to live in
Yes, this
Australia?
is the problem with those things, but you can say that you are the money energy,
Hmm.
right?
Well, yes, because presumably then it's easier for you to get the money if you are the
Yes,
money energy, right?
yes. Or you are the richness, or you are fortune.
Richness, I am fortune.
Yes,
That's a good That's a very good one. So it's very simple. It's like
very
you are
simple.
saying it's literally just two words, I
Yes.
am, and then the word that would describe what you want to get, right?
And is it better than I have money and I
Yes.
have a fortune? No, I am a fortune. You see?
That's You can narrow it so like there are multiple ways to achieve the same result, right? And
Hmm.
sometimes you will narrow it down so that you are asking for a specific way to get that result. When I
Hmm.
guess it's easier if you step back and think, okay, hang on, because I can, there are even ways you might have never thought of that existed, but
Hmm.
you need to manifest so that those ways are open as well as the one you thought of, right?
Hmm. So when you affirm this,
Mm,
that you are richness or you are love, so you are not, yes, you are become this energy because this energy is flowing through you.
yes.
And no one can come to you and steal this from you when you are, because then we have to take
Yes.
you with him. Yes.
That's right.
So even if someone will take some part of it, you will still have it. You will, because you are
That's it.
the love and you are the fortune or you are the richness.
So, or you are health, right? Because
Yes.
people could want to manifest for help. So,
Yes. I am the health.
health,
Yes.
I am health. And can you do affirmations for other people? So like, if you wanted to affirm something for somebody else, you might have, I guess, a good example of something like that would be you have a child who's ill, right? And you
Hmm.
really want them to be healthy. Can you do affirmation for their health so that they are health?
In a way, you can do it, but maybe it's better. But if this person who have a problem will affirm by himself, but
Hmm.
also you can help. Yes, you can, for example, use the affirmation like I'm grateful that this person is.
You can support them because I guess there comes an element of the fact that each soul is on a different journey, right? So
Hmm.
we can't will something in if it's not the path the soul chose, right?
Yes,
And I guess this
yes.
is quite highly controversial in, some people feel very strongly about it, but in a way there has to be that deep understanding that every soul has its own path to follow. You can support, but there is only this much you can
Mhm.
do. Like it doesn't mean it doesn't work, but it's like that just might be the choice that
Mhm.
subconsciously the soul made, right?
Yes, and maybe if you are telling about this, I will tell the one example.
Mm.
I know the man who have a mother who she is a very very strict Catholic, and she is praying for her son so much. But of course, in this praying is be like I want you to be. Yes,
Yes.
but
Yes.
he doesn't want this. It doesn't mean that his way is wrong. No, it's different than her, but she can't
Understand.
understand this, that this what she is thinking about him, because she wants him to be a partner in a church
Yes.
first. He should be as she want to be, but you see, she all the time is praying for him
Yes.
to put him on this way
Yes.
prepared by her.
So can something like that hurt somebody else's path? As in, like, she's asking for a specific outcome for him. He's asking for something completely different. could she be in some way blocking the energy he's trying
Yes,
to send?
that's
So
right.
that
That's
could also happen, right?
yes, that's right.
Yes. So that's
Yeah.
really, it's really powerful in the sense that in the wrong hands, it's a
Hmm.
really powerful tool
Hmm.
because, it can stop somebody else's happiness from
Hmm.
happening. And I guess then also that after that, you can take away the need to really make sure not to leave people who will send you bad intentions,
Hmm.
because that can hinder your progress.
Hmm. Yes, and maybe I will not today, but
Mm.
maybe some another vlog in the future.
Episode.
I will
Yeah.
tell something about the praying, what the praying is means,
Yes.
and it's pray to be a pray and the pray.
I get it. Yes.
Yes,
Powerful play on words there.
why
Very
this word,
powerful
this
play.
one word can means to be a prey and a prey for something.
Gosh. We've kind of covered what the affirmations are. We have
Yes.
covered how to start. So we've covered that process of realizing where the energy sits.
Hmm.
We did cover why affirmations don't work as well, with that pushing on the energy. And I guess one other question that comes to mind, like, what was, I don't know whether I can ask you that, but what was the most powerful affirmation you did? And you were, what made you realize, like, was there a moment where you realized, wow, this really works? There is a power in this that
I
others can.
already said, I told you this just before. I am love.
That
That's the
that's
most
nice.
powerful.
Yes, I like that.
Really.
Yes, I like that, and I can believe that
Yes,
absolutely.
this make a huge changes.
Yes, that's amazing. So with that, like, how often should we do affirmations? Like, there is a simple affirmation, as a homework. I am love. How often do I do this? How many times do I need to repeat it? Do I say it out loud? Do I do it in my head? What kind of works?
Uh, I think it is how much as you want, but not less than 10 times per day.
Yeah.
But because when we are, uh, when we telling this
Yes.
to ourselves that we are love and we are feeding
Mm.
this field with this, someone will say, oh, you said it is planting a seed, and now you are telling you are feeding. So what is exactly you are doing now?
Mm.
I'm doing both things. And I'm feeding and I am planting a seed. It is the same.
It's the same thing. But
Yes.
it's, yeah. It's like you've got to be committed to work just the same way as, um, fishermen has to go throw the nets and wait for results to come in, pull the nets out. In the same way,
Hmm.
you have to do the same thing, right? Just like the farmer goes out, puts the seeds,
Hmm.
and then has to look after them.
Hmm.
There are other things that can impact it, the weather. So there are the outside
Yes.
factors that can storm your way, way through the seeds you've planted.
Hmm.
And then eventually there will be plants from which you can harvest the benefits. So I
Yes.
guess you need to be really patient and work on unblocking the
Patient and trustful. Trustful. And we forgot about this also. We have to be
yes,
trustful
we have to trust.
because when you
Yes.
are trustful, that you are agree that someone or something here it's leading you to this level where you can get it or when you can have it or where you can be this
Yes.
energy exactly it can be but on the another this on the outside we can see that we have this but
Mm.
we are this thing even when we have it we are for a while but it is in energy because we are creating this.
And I guess in a
Uh,
way it's like it's the same with things that happen around the world, right? Like,
mhm.
we are thrown so many different narratives like this is happening, this is happening. And then, people start to build the future. They are like, well, because this happened, then surely this is going to be natural progression. But it's like we can create the alternative with what we think. So actually, I think and I've started to do this myself. Often when I talk with my husband about, oh, look, this is happening in the world, he will follow certain narratives, especially with AI. He's very passionate about AI. So be like, oh, AI will take over the world. And I'm like, no, you do not say that.
Hmm.
Like, you got to say that AI will be very positive for humanity, but that's that, right? So
Hmm.
you kind of need to rethink the way you talk about things too, and understand that there are a lot of different ways you can
Yes,
affirm things without really being conscious of affirmation, right?
yes. You have to be very aware what you are thinking and what you are telling,
Yes.
because subconsciousness, it's not sleeping. It's listening all the time.
Exactly.
So we should choose those things which are good for us, I think.
Yes.
So,
That's a good way to look at it.
yes. So in this, when we're in the work with affirmation, we should choose the good things. And I think we should focus mostly on ourselves, because when we do this, we will be better for ourselves. And if we are better for ourselves, we are better for another. Because
Yeah.
why I'm telling this? Because when you are God, yes, reach this level.
Yes.
So this level works like it's work for our good and
Yes.
for anyone who is around us.
I
And
like
someone can say you reach the God. It's creating a harmony in our life. So
that.
I think it is better to use this field than create the things outside us
Yes.
and waiting for this years, maybe months, I don't know. But this way, I think it's more successful. And for those people who are will be listening us, I think, and they will try to do it. I think we will receive that they manage, they will be successful. Yes, in this.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's really powerful. So I'm adding another thing to my homework, and I hope you, as a listener or viewer, are doing the same. So
Hmm.
your homework now is to start your. I keep saying manifestations, but it is you want to start your affirmations. There is no better time than now. Start
Hmm.
straight away so that you can see what kind of things change within you, and start observing those different gates in your head that
Hmm.
perhaps are still needing to be open. And actually, the simplicity of the affirmations, you see again,
Hmm.
manifestations, affirmations that Ingvar
Hmm.
has given us is beautiful, because actually your brain doesn't have to do a lot of thinking, because when you're thinking I am love, there is no logical stop that
Hmm.
sort of triggers, right? And something like
Yes.
this, it's so simple. It's kind of like, so just start easy, and we will go to more advanced things as the episodes progress. Is there anything else, Ingvar, before we will say goodbye, that you wanted to add in?
Just want to say that you can do this every day, every time, even during when you are occupied by another things, driving a car, washing the dishes, cleaning the house. Yes, so you can do in the same time, and it's even better because your subconsciousness it's busy with those things and
Yes.
the channel is
Yes.
open.
I like that. That's it. Yes, because that's exactly it. Because the moment you give your brain ability to step in, and I guess your ego to a certain extent to step in and start, questioning things, that's where trouble begins. So just do it
Mhm.
whilst you do other things. Perfect. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And
Thank you.
if you haven't done so already, make sure to click subscribe or follow on whatever platform you are watching or listening to this episode. You don't want to miss the next episode, and we'll be back next week.
Yes, please subscribe our channel.